Okay, homie. Alabama Prison Pro Birmingham in the house. That's right, homie. Y'all know the ham up in here too.
DC, Alabama Prisoner Profiles, what's going on with y'all, man? Make sure y'all tapped in with all the socials I got down in the description. Y'all know what's going on. Again, we hit 800 followers, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the new subscribers now. So if you guys follow the TikTok, y'all remember a couple weeks back, I posted a little clip of a correctional officer, former correctional officer here in Alabama, and author, Mr. Cedric Long, alias the Corrupt Author. Since then, me and bro have tapped in. Me and bro been chopping it up. Man's agreed to give us whole interview, exclusive shit, lot of wild stuff. The man's going to be speaking on, as well as tapping me in with other correctional officers. It is imperative that both sides of the issue, the story, be spoken on from officers as well as inmates as well as officers. So y'all know what's going on, man. But without further ado, I'm going to get into it. Also, I'm going to have the link to bro's books down in the bio. One of them has been banned from distribution. It's a crazy story into that he's told me he's gonna bring to y'all. The other one is available for purchase on his website, so y'all go check that out, tap in with that. Y'all know what's going on. The Voice.
Here at Ventures, got no police officers here to lock the yard down. Everybody's out here, not a police in sight. At 8:30, 8:40 something, past count time. We ain't got no officers nowhere. We had 2 bad, severe stabbings today. All the police, the 3 we had, going to the Free Rural Hospital. So
we only got 3 officers on compound.
3 officers on the compound. And nobody want to be employed here.
Look over there to your left-hand side, bro. Look, everybody is out.
Yeah, everybody's out
at 8:40 at night when it's supposed to
at
be
nighttime.
Yeah. 2 stabbings today.
And if one happened right now, I mean, who's to witness anything or who's to get the person to the healthcare unit? We just every man for itself.
3 officers on the camp right now.
Only 3 officers, and they tending to other affairs. Absolutely crazy. No officers, all inmates.
To us, it's dangerous, man. You know, people just walking out freely. Now, what if something happened right about now with only 3 officers on the compound?
This is crazy.
I worked at Tutwilers, the prison for women. I worked at Staten. I worked at Frank Lee. I did a little overtime at Kilby and Draper. I did 5.5 years in the Alabama Department of Corrections. So I got a lot of experience and crazy stories and stuff. My brother was in, so they wouldn't let me work at no men's prison when I joined. So that's how I ended up working at Tutwilers. That was my first camp. Donaldson will give you room and board for free. So me and a couple of my partners, we was trying to volunteer to go to Donaldson because we wanted to save us some money and stuff and not pay rent and stuff. So I volunteered for Donaldson, but Tutwilers was so short and they losing so many officers, and it's a level 5. They wouldn't even allow me to volunteer for Donaldson. And Donaldson is like the worst prison. So they look, if the academy, you have to make a 70 to graduate. But the lowest 10 people get, with the lowest averages out of the class, they get automatically transferred to Donaldson because it's so short. Back when I worked for Tutwilers, we were so understaffed, they had mandatory mandate shifts. So we would get off from working our shift and they would take 1, 2, or 3 officers and force them to work over. Like if they had a list, and if you were on the mandate list and we were so short, they would make 1 or 2 officers work over after your shift was over. And man, it was so short. F dorm has like 250 inmates in it. It's the largest dorm. They're supposed to have 3 officers in that one dorm, but I would have like 2 dorms and F dorm by myself. and you couldn't keep control of the inmates. The inmates be fighting, having sex, doing all kind of violations in there because they always, we're understaffed and they're not monitored. They actually received a lawsuit because one of the staff members got injured while they was walking through the dorm and there was no officer present. So they have mandates on how many officers they're supposed to have. Some dorms they're supposed to have at least one officer per dorm. Some dorms, the larger dorms, supposed to have 2, and they're supposed to have hall ropers. And sometimes they can't do it, And I thought about just sinking my grades lower so I'd be in that bottom 10%. But the dude told me, he was like, even if you went in if you average out in the bottom 10% and you was one of the ones, they not gonna transfer you because Tutwiler need officers that bad. And yeah, man, I remember New Year's Eve, man, I had an entire me and one other officer had an entire the entire Tutwiler basically. We didn't even have a supervisor there. The supervisor had to go down to the annex. And so it was just me and one other officer working Tutwiler until for 7 straight hours till they got some more officers in, man. But there's an annex. They got to have a supervisor down there. And the supervisor just went back and forth. The supervisor had to come up to help us to count and stuff. It was just ridiculous, man. I had to count the entire population of the main campus.